So guys, welcome back to the channel, and right here we have the BassJaxx Sleep Eye Mask headphones. They're Bluetooth built into a sleep mask. They have a pretty decent battery life. Let's kind of go over the specs real fast. Timestamps in the description for anyone who wants to skip. You have Bluetooth 5.3. You have a 32 feet range, roughly 33 feet or so. 2 hours to charge completely, 8 to 12 hour battery life. It says right here based on 70%. I personally used it at about 50-60%, and yeah, that battery life definitely lasts. It's not bad at all, and I think it's pretty good for the most part. But anyway, let me kind of just show you the product. It comes with the actual charger itself right here, which you will need this, keep that in mind. You have the instructions right here, which I'll show you. As a matter of fact, let me pull out the instructions right now, and so you guys can screenshot this part real fast, because sometimes people get the mask used or new and you're not sure how the controls are. But don't worry, we're going to go over an entire section with the controls, so you don't have to worry about that. It shows you how to actually charge the product and whatnot. And here's a little technical specifications, how to pair and things like that on the back. Just pause the video if you want to screenshot this, but let's move on. So the interesting part, and this is the most important part with this headset, is that you have a charger on the right-hand side, and it's built in. If you break this, be careful. You don't want to break this part right here. You plug this cord into it, and then you just plug it into a wall. Or if you have like another USB-C cable of your own, you could just plug it in and just charge it the regular way. And a red light will come on and let you know that it's charged. When you want to use the mask, you just tuck this away in this little slot right here so that it doesn't touch the side of your face when you're actually sleeping with the mask. The speakers are actually right here on the side of the mask, which, you know, can mess with your comfort, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. And then you have the little eye sockets and the soft materials. This is actually made out of polyester is what it's made out of according to the instructions. So it's not bad for the asking price. It's $10. I'll just say it now. I do like the product overall, though it does have a couple drawbacks. We're going to talk about that. But yeah, it's not bad for a gift. I think whoever you get this for would definitely like it. But anyway, let's get right into this review. So right here, the pause and play button doubles down as the power button. So we're going to hold that until the light comes on. You should see the light right here. It's blinking blue and red. So that means that it's currently in sync mode. Well, pair mode. All you have to do is go to the settings, and I forget what it's called. Let me double check and make sure. I want to make sure this pops up. Give it a moment. Here we go. HP-0008. That is what it's called. And as soon as I hit pair, see it blinking, I'm going to tap pair, and it's currently connected now. Now, in order to unsync this, let's say you want to give it to somebody else. If you're not, as long as you're not in Bluetooth range, it'll automatically put itself back in pair mode. Like if someone takes it out the house and takes it away from that 30-40 foot range. But you would hit the cogwheel right here for Android devices. You would hit forget. And once you forget it, it's no longer connected to your old device. And if you notice, it puts itself automatically back in pairing mode. And of course, to power it off, you just hold this button and you're pretty much good to go. So if you follow those instructions, that is how you pair the device, and that is how you unpair it to give it to somebody else. So let me first say that the comfort for this is going to be subjective depending on who's using it. Now for me, I just want to show you something real fast. The speakers are built in right here. You can see the speaker. This is what it is. It's the size of the speaker on the left and the right side. So when you place this on your head and you lay sideways, I did feel pressure like the speaker was on the side of my face. So you do have to kind of loosen this to relieve the pressure. And I do appreciate the fact that this is adjustable, because it did make a huge difference. But again, I didn't really feel comfortable laying on my side. Maybe it's because I'm not used to these face masks and things like that. But it does have the eye sockets right here, in case you're wondering. Little eye sockets. It's Kirby's hair. I got a cat and hair. When you have a cat, hair gets into everything. But anyway, your sockets are going to go right here. And this part is pretty puffy on the front of your face, where I felt like it was pretty comfortable for the most part. But again, when you lay on your side, that's when the discomfort came for me. Laying on my back, it was perfectly fine. Even laying on the front of my face, sometimes I hug the pillow and lay face down, and I fall asleep that way, and it was perfectly fine. The only time I felt any discomfort was laying on the side, and I did have the strap kind of tight, but when I loosened it, it did alleviate that pain. But it was just, I always know that the speaker is sitting right here. It would have been nice if there was a little bit more padding right here around the speaker to kind of even it out so you wouldn't feel this indent so much. But again, it's $10. I believe it was $10. I forget the price tag, but yes, should be $10 at Five Below. It works. It's not the worst feeling thing in the world, but if you compare this to a regular sleep mask that has like warming or cooling gel or something like that, those are probably going to be more comfortable than this particular one. So the music quality is pretty average for the most part. I don't expect it to have crazy bass or anything like that. It is a sleep mask, and you don't want anything that close to your face and ears. It could cause ear damage if it's too loud. And I gotta be honest with you, using this at about 70% volume, it sounds perfectly fine. Now when I sleep, I was using it at about 50% volume. It did a good enough job of blocking out noises around you. Now, if you live in a high traffic area, you are going to hear some things. These aren't in-bud earbuds, so you are going to still hear things around you. But if you're just using it for like ambient noises, white noises, I happen to use it for the, I did do a music test, which I wouldn't really use them to play top-notch music or anything like that. It sounds good though. It is pretty clear. I will admit it's pretty clear. And even if you turn it up, I don't feel like the music breaks or anything like that. There wasn't any disconnectivity issues during the music listening experience, so I was pretty much good to go. But I do have a list of songs that I listen to. Well, I wouldn't really call them songs. It's more like downloaded music where it was just like ambient noises like fire, candlelight, and if I say fire, candlelight, I sound crazy. Like a fireplace in the background, or rain just raining in the background, or thunder and stuff like that mixed with rain. That's what I use this headset more so, and I fell asleep right away. And again, I had no issues whatsoever. And when the alarm goes off, it woke me up without a problem. Plus, I do have a Google alarm also, so I have double alarms. And I have to say, for the listening experience, it was pleasantly really good. For $10, it is comfortable enough. But like I said, when you're laying on your side, you do feel the speaker, which I wish they had a little bit more padding on the side. But I don't have anything really negative to say about this. It's not bad for what it does. And because it has that expandable strap in the back, it can fit practically almost any head size, and you're good to go.
So this right here is going to be a sound sample of these microphones inside of the sleepwear headset. Again, it's not a high-end headset, so I don't expect amazing quality out of it. You're going to be laying in the same spot realistically if you're using these buds to actually talk on. But my guess that most people are probably going to just take their phone, put it on speaker, or just answer it regular, and then hang up and put the headset back on. It's really up to you how you choose to do it. And the microphones are just a plus. I don't see many people using them like that, but again, for $10, it's good enough.
So I'm going to show you guys what these controls do. They're multi-function buttons. If you look to your left, you'll see a little window right there where I took a picture of the general controls, and we're going to go over that together. So if you hold this button right here, the pause and play button doubles down as the power button. It's going to turn on the device. You need to hold it for about 3 seconds. Now, in order to turn it off, you hold it again. About 3 seconds, and then it actually powers itself off, as you can see. Now, when it comes to charging, when you plug this in, and in case you guys are wondering, right here on the right-hand side, if you, it's a little, here we are right here. This piece is where the charger is. Normally, when you first unbox this, this is already sticking out, but when you're done, you just tuck it in so it doesn't stab you in the side of the face when you decide to sleep on it. But that you plug this in through the USB-C that comes with it, this piece right here. And then this is USB-A on that end, so you plug this in and then plug it into like a computer or some form of outlet. And then what happens is that the light on the front of it will charge it red. And when it's fully charged, then it will basically turn off automatically. You won't see a light at all. In order to answer calls, you're going to tap this once. It's going to answer. You tap it again in order to hang up. But you do have the options to actually press and hold for 2 seconds to reject phone calls. Now, I'm not going to use a sleep mask to necessarily reject phone calls, so I'll probably have my phone with me, but the option is still available. You also can double click to redial the last call, but that's going to determine if you're using an Apple device or a Samsung device or some form of Android, because sometimes the functionality doesn't work in that regard. But when it comes to answering hang up calls, just follow those instructions right there. When it comes to pausing and playing music, same thing. If the music is already playing, you tap this once to pause it, and you tap it again to resume. That does work. I use Power Amp and it works for me just fine. Now, this one gets a little bit more tricky. In order to turn the volume down, you tap it once. In order to turn the volume up, you tap it once. But if you happen to hold and press it for more than like 2 seconds, it actually goes to the previous song if you hit minus. And if you hold plus for 2 seconds, it skips to the next song. So remember, tap it once to turn up, hold it to change the song, tap it to make the volume go down, hold it for the previous song. And those are all the instructions. So if you follow this, you shouldn't have any issues moving forward. Also, my suggestion is to screenshot this part because it has a list of instructions to the side, just in case you forget whose video you watch and you have this product and you forget how to use it. Doesn't hurt to have a screenshot. So to answer the question whether this is worth the asking price, I honestly think it is. It feels soft. It is comfortable. Like I said before, the only issue I had with it was that I don't like how the speakers feel directly on the side of the ears. It's just a minor problem with me. For you, you may not even notice it or care at all. You have a decent battery life for this. It's comfortable enough. The music quality is good enough where if you're sleeping with it or listening to ambient noises or just music in general, or if you're laying in bed and you want to receive a quick phone call, you don't have to take the face mask off as long as you know where the button placement is. And you can talk to people just fine. If the microphones are clear enough, it's not a bad product for $10, and I do suggest it. Now, here's the thing. If you happen to know more about sleepwear, this may make you decide to get a higher end one. Because the higher end ones, from my understanding, because I do have sleep masks at home for my wife and I wear them sometimes just to try them out. And I do notice that the softer the material with the gel and stuff, with those type of sleep masks, they feel better on the face than this one. This isn't bad, don't get me wrong, but the stuffing is a little hard. I do kind of wish it was a tad bit softer, but it's not a big deal. It's not life or death. For the price tag, you do get your money's worth, and that's pretty much all I gotta say. So anyway, like and subscribe like always, guys. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care, peace, God bless, and I am out.